When it comes to shooting video, your only limitations are your imagination and your budget. Lens choice, composition, and camera movements are just a few of the elements that make up a single shot. That's why it's crucial that each shot be predetermined and motivated. Here's how to be more creative with the camera. Adding movements to your shots can be a game changer. You can convey a tone or emotion, reveal or hide something in the frame, or even move between different locations, all just by moving the camera in a certain way. A slow push-in adds more drama to a scene, a slow pull-out expands the scope of the scene, and quick pushes, pulls, and zooms create energy or a rushed feeling. Moving the camera during a long take invites the viewer to feel the full emotion of the scene as it unfolds. It can also cover a lot of ground, both literally with large movements over a long distance, or figuratively with dialogue and visual information. Starting or ending a shot obscured behind something creates layers and a relationship between everything in the frame. 3-axis gimbals, dolly tracks, and camera sliders are all tools that give you more flexibility and range to pull off more creative shots. When choosing your lens, make your decision based on your desired composition, but also the desired emotion. For example, a telephoto lens makes viewers feel more disconnected from the subject. A super wide-angle lens gives you a ton of space for adding depth and more action into your frame, or you can put the viewer right up close to the action. With specialty lenses like tilt, shift, and fisheye, you can distort the reality to create a look that's both unique to your project and has a purpose. Macro lenses are often used in wildlife videos since they give great detail to small objects and make them appear larger than life. Experiment with your camera by varying your angles and utilizing the equipment you have available. A low angle makes the subject appear bigger and more powerful, and a high angle can do the opposite and make your subject appear smaller. Going even higher to bird's or God's eye is a more unnatural angle, but it gives a unique spatial perspective to your shot. A POV angle immerses the viewer in the subject's world, and a Dutch or canted angle makes the viewer feel uncomfortable and disoriented. You can also try shooting through objects to get a unique perspective or emotion. Windows, trees, and even body parts have been used as foreground objects in interesting angles. Changing the focal point with a rack or pull focus in a shot is a very easy technique to utilize. Simply start focusing on one subject in the frame, then change to another. You can also use this technique to follow a subject as it moves through a frame, really emphasizing your subject and showing off your focus pulling skills. Typically, the shutter is set at double your frame rate, but depending on what you're shooting and the look you're going for, you may want to try increasing or decreasing your shutter speed. Anything that's high intensity or fast moving can benefit from an increased shutter speed, allowing your eyes to see more clear, jittery imagery. Slowing it down makes your footage more dreamy or blurry. This works well when you want to portray confusion or disorient the viewer. You can add a more visceral experience to your video by going handheld or by having a more shaky cam look. A shaky camera can be used to show a character's perspective, like a killer in a horror movie or the main character in an action movie. You won't be able to do certain shots like time lapses, rack focuses, pans, and tilts as smoothly or as easily if you're truly handheld, but it can add more intensity and realism to your shots. Using these techniques appropriately and effectively not only helps convey feelings or emotions that add layers to your story, but also gives viewers a deeper viewing experience. The key is just to make sure all of your creative choices have a reason behind them, or they won't be as powerful. If you like this video, check out our YouTube channel and subscribe for more tutorials. You can also read the Pond5 blog for the in-depth companion piece, as well as other filmmaking tips and tricks. And as always, head over to pond5.com to get millions of video clips and other assets to use in your next project.